My hope for the inherent value of people is that as we start to hear each other's stories, we will start to identify with each other, that we can break down bridges, break down barriers, and understand that somebody who looks very different from me is actually very similar to me, that our experiences may be different, but one, our value is the same, and two, the things that motivate us are the same. They're just expressed in different ways. So my hope as we pass somebody on the street, instead of making a judgment about them, that we will stop and think twice and realize, you know what, this young African American man and this older white woman actually have more in common than we have differences, and that we can begin to build bridges with each other and as a community and support each other. With the inherent value of people, we're having everybody create their own little piece of art. And the reason for that is because when I was initially dealing with PTSD, I discovered that I could tell stories through art. I couldn't communicate what I was feeling, but I could paint it and express it in color. And as I started working with people over the years, I've used art with people in all sorts of different types of venues and experiences, and people get to tell their story in color in a way that they can't tell verbally. So we're having everybody tell their story through a 5x7 piece of art that we are then going to turn into note cards, so that you just get another little glimpse of who everybody is. The other piece to the inherent value of people is that as we are able to earn a profit, that 100% of our profits are going to be given back to the community. So the communities where we are telling stories, we want to give all the profit back to those communities so we can support them. We can support people through microfinancing, through organizations who are already making a difference, and we can really just contribute and help see those areas become stronger and healthier.
For me, an incident doesn't really give me the control that I seek. For me, a moment does. A moment can really empower me, and it can be a change for the better if you use it right. And that's what happened. My moment was pretty significant for me. There are some people that think that's not very significant at all, but it had huge ramifications on my life.
Other than thanking my husband for just really being there for me through those years that we've been together, he had no idea of what he was getting himself into. He did not know how much of a mess I was inside. He saw the outer beauty, he saw my faith, but he didn't know my true story. He accepted me, flaws and all, knowing my story. And to have his support, his love, his encouragement, and not leaving me, especially knowing all of the horrible things that I've endured, that is by far the most thing that I'm grateful for. His love, his support. And I want him to know that I value him, and I thank him for being here for me and always having my back.
I had doctors and teachers and other professionals tell me that I was never going to graduate. I would never graduate high school, and I would have to live in a dark room, and that my life would never really amount to much. But through the support system that I had and the amazing doctors who did speak into me, I graduated high school with honors. I attended a Tier 1 university and got my bachelor's in 4 years. And I'm currently a master's student and on track to graduate summer of 2020 with hopes of then starting a PhD program in fall 2020 so that I can then become a professor. I really want to speak into students, especially disabled students who had similar experiences like me, where people didn't believe in them or had people who didn't believe in them, and tell them like they are capable